Alright, so let's see how you would design the flow diagram for the which language chatbot. So we have this starting point where the user is going to trigger the welcome intent, and at that point the bot is going to say, hi, are you building a Google Assistant app? And it's going to say await GA app. That's going to be the name of the context. And let's say the user says yes, the bot is just going to say, I recommend using Node.js because it has the best documentation for Google Assistant apps, or something like that. Now on the other hand, if the user were to say no, now the bot is going to ask, are you going to use Firebase as the backend, and you say await Firebase is the name of the context, and let's say the user says yes, the bot is going to say, I recommend using Node.js as it has the best documentation for Firebase. Let's say the user said no here. Then the bot is going to say, which language are you most comfortable with? Then it's going to list the languages: Python, PHP, Ruby, Java, Node.js, and then finally you have the option called other. And then at this point, if the user selects known language, then the bot is going to say, I recommend using, maybe you can say something like sticking to $known language for something like as it has good documentation and client library support. On the other hand, if the user were to select other from that list, in that case the bot is going to say, I recommend using Python as it has good docs and is easy to learn. Okay, so something like that. Now let's just make sure that we have the contexts marked properly. I forgot to do something over here when it says which language are you most comfortable with, and then instead of putting a context here, I just directly went to providing the user's answer. But this actually illustrates something really useful when you're using a mind map to create a flowchart for Dialogflow. So what you can do, first of all, notice that without the context, in fact, the conversation flows really smoothly. You can say, like, if the user says no and which language, and then the user selects known language and the bot does something. So it's sort of actually very easy to read. So in a way, what I'm also saying is, even before you put in all these contexts, you may just want to have all these intents listed out with the conversation that you want, and then you can come in and add the context later on. So doing that is actually as simple as adding this await lang as the context, and then what you can do is you can just command that is Control-X, Control-V, and you just have that. Now you can see that it's now fallen under that node in the tree. So which is what we want, just as we expected. And let's go ahead and make these into ellipse shape, and then let's also go ahead and make all these into rectangles. Okay, I forgot one over here. All right, so that's the flow chart for the which language chatbot.